We often see bees buzzing around flowers gathering food. But did you know that flowers need bees as much as bees need flowers? Bees help flowers with pollination, and here's how. Bees spend much of their life collecting nectar, a mixture of water and sugars produced by plants. Plants also produce pollen, and bees collect that too, taking it back to their hives or nests. Pollen provides proteins, fats, and vitamins that bees need to survive and feed to their developing offspring. As the bees travel from one flower to another, pollen is picked up from the anther of one flower and deposited on the stigma of another flower. This process is called pollination and helps plants produce seeds, which become the next generation of plants. Some flowers require special behaviors to access their pollen. For example, tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers require buzz pollination. These plants hide their pollen inside their anthers. To release it, bees must grasp the flower and vibrate their bodies to shake the pollen out. Not all bees are capable of buzz pollination. Honeybees can't do it, but bumblebees and several other native bee species are great at it. Bees aren't the only way pollination happens, but compared to wind or water pollination, insects are much more efficient. So much so that over time, plants have developed special features such as bright colors and strong scents just to attract visiting bees. This improves the plant's ability to reproduce. However, even with adaptations over time, the pollen isn't always easy to get. Depending on the shape of the flower, the bee may scrabble, scrape, or tap to release pollen. To help with gathering, the hairs on the bee's body attract pollen grains through electrostatic forces. Stiff hairs on bees' legs enable them to groom the pollen on their bodies into specialized brushes or pockets, often called pollen baskets. These help bees easily carry pollen back to their nests. You probably have some favorite and not so favorite foods. Bees aren't so different. Most bees gather nectar from a variety of different flowers. However, they can be picky when it comes to pollen. Some bees are generalists and gather pollen from many different plants. Others, like squash bees, are more selective and collect pollen from closely related flowers. Some bees might gather pollen from just a single type of flower. While honeybees will gather nectar from many different flowers, if they find one they like, they will keep returning to this flower. They will even fly past closer food sources for this tasty nectar. This foraging habit is called flower constancy. This is how you can get honey that comes from a single type of plant, like sourwood honey or buckwheat honey. Next time you see a bee land on a flower, you'll know that the bee is getting fed and helping flowers, plants, fruits, and vegetables reproduce, which is important for every living thing on this planet. Thanks, bees.